Hey, good day, families. Welcome to another Training Thursday. My name is Dr. Kyle Wallner, and we are coming to you guys live from the Michigan Family Wellness Clinic. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Thursday. I just love the rhythm, the schedule of life, especially with all the sunshine that we have going on right now here in Southeast Michigan. Again, guys, I want to welcome you to Training Thursdays, whether you're joining us on the live or on the replay here. We are all about equipping you with those resiliency solutions for life restoration. And so what that looks like here at the clinic are those spinal, artful chiropractic adjustments combined with, in conjunction with, that lifestyle nutritional medicine. So if that approach to your wellness, healthy lifestyle resonates with you, I want to invite you guys to follow our Training Thursdays here. Sync up with us either on the live Training Thursdays or, gosh, guys, we're going to have replays of these both in the Facebook group here and over on YouTube. So I just want to always be giving you guys valuable information that can really help you live more life per moment. I can't say enough about how those spinal chiropractic adjustments really play into that. And then again, when you guys pair that with lifestyle nutritional medicine like we're going to talk about today, the benefits are just exponential. Like you really get to experience just so much more of life. So I want to welcome you guys to today's Training Thursdays. The other thing here is, guys, we're going to talk about sleep today and how we can biohack our sleep and really improve our sleep. But here's the thing, guys. If you have a question, if you have a concern, this is the time that I budget every week for you guys to post your questions in the comments below. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up. Let us know who you are. Go ahead, jump those questions right below this video, and I would love to be able to speak to those. And so we can have more of a dialogue, more of an interaction, rather than me just being a talking head up here all the time. So I want to welcome you guys again. Today we're going to be talking all about sleep and how we can really hack and improve our sleep. Because here's the thing, guys, and again, just zooming out for you all again, I always like to do these Training Thursdays based on actual cases, based on what we actually see here in the clinic. Okay, this is not theoretical. This is not mystical or magical or just off there in the clouds. This is real life. This is how we actually help people here in the office. Okay, so when it comes to not being able to sleep well, all right, typically there are a couple things that go along with that. I'll always ask patients, is it more so can you not fall asleep, or are you always waking up several times in the middle of the night? Okay, so that's something that we want to be mindful of. I also like to ask if the patient wakes up in the morning and do they actually feel awake or do they still feel nauseous? Bear with me, guys, 1 second here. I actually want to try and sync up with our other technology device here just to make sure we can actually, awesome, very good. So now that we have that going, perfect. So yeah, guys, that's the thing. Are you able to fall asleep and are you able to stay asleep? Okay, those are the two kind of clinical concerns that I like to ask. And then the third one being, do you feel nauseous in the morning? Okay, because that's always a major deal when it comes to, is our cortisol really functioning the way it's supposed to? Okay, now for a long time, we've used glandulars to really support the adrenal system, okay, or the hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis, if you've heard of the HPA axis, okay. The great thing about adrenals is that they really support the adrenal tissue itself. If you have adrenal hypertrophy, if you have any kind of adrenal stress, glandulars can be a great way to go. However, there are some people where they've been doing the glandulars for such a long time that they're no longer effective. This is actually myself. There are other people who have concerns about glandular sources. Where are the glandulars coming from? And so we always use the highest quality ingredients. However, when some people are either vegetarian or vegan, they do express some concern about where we get these glandular tissues, okay, and rightfully so. So that being said, when you understand the physiology of cortisol and melatonin, okay, so again, we're talking about hormones here, So last week we were talking about neurotransmitters. This week we're talking about hormones. Okay, so cortisol is our stress hormone. Okay, it is released by the adrenal glands during times of stress. Okay, and here's the problem: when we have those prolonged periods of time where our adrenal glands are constantly pumping out cortisol, that can become a clinical issue because cortisol will degrade and deconstruct our tissues from the inside out. Okay, now our body is designed to release cortisol in those times of stress. Okay, that's the fight or flight response. That's the, we got to have some energy. We got to really be able to flee from this situation or really have a lot of energy to fight and sustain ourselves in that moment. That being said, those are meant to be short periods of time, okay? And then we're supposed to go back into a parasympathetic state and get all that cortisol, extra cortisol out of our system, okay? But here's the thing: the average family context, the average working individual with a very stressful job, a 9-to-5, always going for very long runs, that spikes your cortisol as well. Not having good rest rhythms. If there's any one thing I would encourage people to really try to improve on in terms of their schedule, it would be their resting rhythms. Okay, how good are you at resting? Okay, because our culture is so focused on work and grit and drive and producing that we don't see a lot of people out there who are like, yeah, I really practice resting or being really good at resting. Okay, because that's where we're going to actually decrease those levels of cortisol, right? So here's the thing, guys. Again, if our adrenal glands are designed to release cortisol in those times of stress, okay, what can happen is cortisol and melatonin, they oppose each other during the course of the day, okay? So a normal rhythm looks something like this. As the evening hours start to come on, as we finish our dinner, and it gets to be around 9, 10 o'clock, melatonin starts to increase in our circulation, okay? It comes from the pineal gland, all right, in our brain. So by midnight, melatonin has peaked, okay? So that's what helps us fall asleep and stay asleep, is that melatonin. And serotonin, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that as well. Serotonin plays a major role in that as well, okay? Now, when someone is always waking up in the middle of the night, that's typically from a blood sugar issue, okay? If they've had very simple carbohydrates, okay, a very carb-heavy meal for dinner and not much protein, their blood sugar is going to drop, and cortisol, the adrenal glands are going to release that cortisol to actually raise the blood sugar, okay? But here's the problem. That's also going to wake that person up, all right? So that's why if someone's waking up all the time, it's because their blood sugar is dropping and cortisol is being released to wake them up, all right? Also, another pattern is the person who wakes up in the morning, okay, and feels nauseous, all right, and just is like totally wiped out, all right? That's because cortisol is just way too high in the morning, okay? It's supposed to be high a little bit. Melatonin drops 6, 7 a.m., 8 a.m. Cortisol is on the rise, but if you have way too much cortisol, that can just be exhausting. It can be like another weight on your shoulders, okay? So here's the thing, guys. We talked about glandulars, but I want to drive home this point of the brain ultimately signals the adrenal glands, okay? So when someone's not getting results with their diet, their lifestyle, their nutrition, and glandulars alone, okay, I want you guys to really consider using the solution that we provide here at the practice, which works on the brain, the hypothalamus pituitary axis, okay? So what we've seen with a nutritional medicine called phosphatidylserine, all right? Phosphatidylserine is incredible for helping to heal your hypothalamus, okay? Here's the thing. Phosphatidylserine is nothing new. We've had capsule absorbable phosphatidylserine for a long time. The new thing is that we now have phosphatidylserine available in a transdermal lotion that you rub into your elbow crease, and then that bypasses gut digestion, and then that phosphatidylserine that you absorb into blood circulation gets up into your brain and starts to heal your hypothalamus so that you can actually fall asleep and then you can actually stay asleep, because now your brain is sending better signals to your body and to your adrenal glands, okay? And you can actually get some rest, okay? And get some good parasympathetic activity, all right? Paired with that, okay? So again, what do we do here at the office? We adjust people, okay? We don't just have them do exercises and stretches, okay? Those are important, all right? But the foundation of the chiropractic care is the chiropractic adjustment, okay? So our parasympathetic nervous system really hangs out in our neck and in our low back, okay? So by adjusting those two areas of the spine, we get tremendous improvement in the parasympathetic system, okay, or that neural activity, all right? So that's why when people get their neck adjusted, they feel so relaxed and amazing that they really do want to go take a nap, okay? And then they often report that when they go to bed that night, they sleep incredibly well, all right? So for the patients who I have that are struggling with their sleep, I'm thinking of quite a few actually, who we've helped, we're not only adjusting their neck, but we're also recommending a solution like phosphatidylserine. This is called Adrenacalm. Okay, it's right here. It's just a pump, and then you pump this into your hand and then rub it into your elbow crease until it goes away like sunscreen. Okay, and we start with one pump as a regular dose, and then we just use that as that person starts to titrate their lifestyle nutritional medicine, this phosphatidylserine, until they start experiencing the clinical effects from it, okay? So you guys, this is a fantastic solution, again, in combination with these spinal chiropractic adjustments that can really help an individual or an entire family sleep so much better. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in with us on our Training Thursdays here. Check out the latest episodes. We're doing a lot of remastering of the Michigan Family Wellness Podcast, which you guys can check out on your iPhone and your Android devices. We're also on Spotify. So search for the Michigan Family Wellness Podcast on Spotify. And we would like to just sync up with all the content over there, the episodes that we've made over the years. And we're also doing new episodes and new interviews and new content, which is a great point. If you guys have any specific interest, if you're scrolling through the episodes that we have out there right now and you don't see something that you would like more information on, shoot me a message. Let me know. Send me an email, send me an Instagram or a Facebook message. Let us know, and we can definitely put that in the queue and provide that value for you guys. So once again, this has been Dr. Kyle coming to you guys live from the Michigan Family Wellness Clinic, where we provide resiliency solutions for restored lives. I want to thank you guys for joining us today, and thanks so much. Join us next week for our next Training Thursday, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.